Stivers, Ford, Lincoln, Downright, proud to salute great organizations in town, Jackie, and we have a wonderful one here this morning.
Yes, we do. So we want to introduce you to Casey O'Day Goldstein, yes, this morning from the Iowa Foster and Adoptive Parents Association. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you guys for having me.
Now, tell us a little bit about your organization so we know where we're starting from.
Yeah, the Iowa Foster Adoptive Parents Association has been around for over 40 years, and our main mission is to help advocate, support, and empower foster, adoptive, and kinship parents in the state of Iowa, which means for families that are caring for any kids through foster care, that have adopted children, or maybe relatives caring for a family member. There's some hardships and some things that happen to families when you're caring for vulnerable, neglected children in the system. And so we want to be able to help provide some resources and some information to help them during this time.
You're kind of that support system to make sure everything is successful.
We are. You go through a lot of different hoops you jump through to get licensed to be a foster parent or to adopt. Or to care for a relative, for kinship care. And after that, you're placed with some children in your home, and then you have to kind of think to yourself, now what? And we are the now what, and we are the agency that wants to help people and families in that situation when they need a little extra support.
What is the biggest need, really, in this situation?
Well, it's really not a normal situation to have children dropped off to your home and to begin to parent them. And I can attest to this through some personal experience. My husband and I are foster adoptive parents, and we've been licensed since 2003. And during that time, we've had over 50 children come into our home in one capacity or another.
What do you have to do to become a licensed foster parent?
Yeah, well, there is some requirements through the state in order to do that. There's classes that you take that are 10-week-long classes in order to help prepare and get you ready for that. And then there's a home study process where social workers come into your home, make sure your home meets licensing standards for the state of Iowa. And then each year you have continuing education, some training that you have to take. And that's one of the things the Iowa Foster Adoptive Parents Association helps and provides families free of charge, is training for those families. And so that's a really important thing, because having that many different children come into my home over the years, they've all come with different types of needs, and I've had to learn and adapt to those types of needs.
What ages children have gone
We've
through
had
your
0
home?
to 18.
0 to 18, really?
Yeah, from preemies in the hospital through graduation, and have even stayed 19 and 20. So we've had all different ranges in our home at various times. But there's a skill set that families have to learn and you have to have. And so taking training and learning some new things and how to work with the trauma that the children have experienced that come into your home is super important. And that's one of the things we are really fortunate to be able to provide to over 2,000 foster families in the state of Iowa, is to provide that training to them free of charge.
Do we know how many foster kids are out there in the state of Iowa?
There's approximately 4,000 in foster care or in need of foster care. And I think that's a really important thing as we think about our holidays and how we've spent our time maybe the past couple of weeks. That there were many kids who didn't get to spend that with their family, and there are many kids who need a place to go to for that stability and safety during a trying time in their life, and to no fault of their own for that situation.
Well, you're obviously an amazing person for doing the great work that you are. But you said there's many different parts of what you guys do, but there's one in particular that relies completely on donations.
Yeah, we have a program called the Friends of Foster Care program, and that program is generated through grants and funding sources through donations through the community. And that is one program that is really important, and every penny that is donated goes directly back to the youth that are in foster care, and it helps provide for some extra things that they maybe wouldn't otherwise get. So maybe you have a 5th grader who is starting band, because that's when we start teaching our kids about music and things. And so maybe that 5th grader really wants to play a clarinet, but there isn't funding available for that child to play an instrument. And so one of the things that we're fortunate to be able to do is to be able to offer money towards a normal, age-appropriate thing for that child to be able to participate in. It could be sporting activities. It could be to different camps for that child to have a sense of normalcy when everything else around them is not normal for them. And so our Friends of Foster Care program is a really unique program for the state of Iowa, where it is simply for children that are in foster care.
All right, how can people make donations to this organization?
Yeah, you can visit our website at www.ifapa.org. And there is a button in the upper right, a green button that you can click on and make donations to support IFAPA and the foster care youth in the state of Iowa.
If people are interested in the foster process, what it involves, getting some assistance, or just wanting to make a donation, is that the same website you would guide them to, or where would you tell them to go?
Yep, they can visit our website as well, and there's a link on that on how to become a foster adoptive parent at that time.
And how long of a turnaround process is it? You said there's a 10-week training period, and then there's another period where they have to make sure the home is suitable for the children to come in. How long of a period from when someone says, like maybe January 1st, they said, you know something, we're going to do this. How long of a period before they would get children?
Yeah, before they get children, maybe a little different than what the actual process is, but it's about a 6-month process from the time that you inquire to the time that you complete your courses and get licensed. And then from there, if you're licensed for foster care based on the specifications and what your parenting skills are, then placement could happen that same day, or it could be any time after that when there's a child that meets
in need.
Yeah, when there's a child that you can have the skills to take care of.
That is perfect. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming over.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to know that help is out there.
Yes.
And Stivers, Fort Lincoln, Downright proud to salute you guys. Each and every week we do somebody, and you guys are selected this week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.